A lot of people would still be listening to Meek Mill to this day if he didn't lose the respect of everybody and their mama. And this isn't a hate Meek Mill vid at all. I'm just speaking facts. He tarnished his career, and there's only 3 ways rappers can tarnish their career. Pulling a Kanye, that's number 1. Number 2 would be life in prison. Wait, I'm stupid. I said there was 3 ways. There's 4 ways. Number 3 would be, snitching. Your career's done. Then number 4 is, I'm gonna show the flag. Pulling a boss man down low. And I don't know if you can guess which one Meek Mill did, but we'll get to that. When you think of rappers from Philly, the best from Philly, I'm sure Meek Mill comes to your head. But are you still listening to him in 2025? Probably not. And there was a poll on Reddit asking, do y'all still bump Meek Mill? And when I say almost all the replies said no or they never have, yeah, it was like almost all the replies said that. We haven't had a Meek Mill album in 2 years and probably won't ever get one soon. He embarrassed himself so bad he got bullied. Now, he recently was featured on a Bass Swag song and on a song with G Herbo. But when his part comes on, it's like the same effect I get with Boss Man D-Lo. I just turn it off. I just save that shit for later. Meek Mill's music video views have dropped tremendously since the incident that basically tarnished his rap career for good. Rappers have the persona of getting any girl they want, big chains, money, fucking hoes, and drugs. Meek is from the slums and he was hungry to make it out of Philly. Little fun fact for you guys. Meek Mill actually had the first ever freestyle on YouTube. December 15th, 2005, YouTube was released to the public. Meek Mill started out as a battle rapper. 10 days later, December 25th, Christmas Day, he was dissing Reed Dollars in a freestyle on YouTube in 2005. This has over 2 million views now, but this has to be the first ever freestyle on YouTube. I'm coming up with that.
Where you throw that, I grip the tech plane on your set, then I reload that. Cock with the aim on top, no I'ma blow that. I block with your brains, you drop, these know that. Dog, if I get smacked, somebody get murked. Off, casket shit, funeral time, and we ain't gonna do this rap shit too many times. The boy Reed is a I can see it in his face, she can squeeze his snitch, lawyer beating up the case, then I'm heating up his place where his mom stay at. Like a cop, I make it hot, we grinding that, grip the stock.
Meek was hungry, bro.
If I get a piece of pie, my man got to slice that. Break it down, take it down, shorty keep your mouth shut. This is what we do, 1 or 2, you ain't about that, I don't give a f***, I leave you stuck like a mousetrap. Some summer nights can even turn cold, in the streets of Philly when don't even get to turn old. My heart pumping to it turn gold.
Now, Meek would actually sign with T.I. in 2008, but he didn't release much music at all and didn't see much success, and parted ways with the label in 2011, where he signed with Maybach Music with Rick Ross. And this is what boosted his rap career tremendously. Can we say Rick Ross made Meek Mill? I mean, maybe you could say that, but the songs he had featuring Rick Ross, like I'm a Boss and Tupac Back.
Audemars on my wrist. Bust down, we popping bottles like I scored a winning touchdown. I'm a boss, I'm a boss, bitch, I'm a boss, I'm a boss. I play the shots.
Maybach Music.
Tupac back, I'm 2 Glock strap, rolling down in Philly, this the new rap.
And if you're hip with the music today, I'm sure you heard Baby Chief sample Tupac Back.
I don't need no gun if shit go down, I'm ready to smack me a nigga. Hashtag youthful. I was like 15, 5 feet tall, trying to clap me in.
But after these 2 songs that blew up, people were interested in Meek Mill. They were asking themselves, who's this Meek Mill guy?
I was working with Ross before I signed with Ross. Ross did Rose Red. That was probably 9 months before I signed with him. And then we jumped in the studio, started working together. I liked the way he was doing with the music, and I was like the way he put the music out.
What is it about you that sets you apart from every other rapper out here that's up and coming?
You know what I'm saying? I work hard. I'm in the studio every day. You know what I'm saying? Every chance I get, I'm in the studio. When I go to the studio, I'll be happy like I got a new chick or something.
So then in 2012, Meek Mill would drop his album Dreams and Nightmares, and we would get a generational rap song, Dreams and Nightmares, that everyone loves. Or you could say loved.
Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? When I bought the ass tomorrow, y'all thought it was rented?
And in a Reddit post talking about Dreams and Nightmares, people will talk about how this is the greatest hype song of all time, and how it isn't a party in Philly unless this is played twice. This song definitely cemented Meek Mill into the mainstream scene in the early 2010s. He even started his label Dream Chasers in 2012. If we jump to 2015, we would get his album Dreams Worth More Than Money, another great album that broke into the Billboard. Rico with Drake, Lord Knows with Tory Lanez, both on that album.
OVO, East End, reps up, we might just get hit with the Rico.
I'm on probation, so let me not talk what's illegal. Switch it up. Today I woke up with my drinker, she rich as a beetle. All I wanted was a new Mercedes. Bending on the corner, whipping up the light. I just came from jail, ain't do no crying, they put me through hell. Sharpen my iron, I did my push-ups and I roll with the line.
He even started dating Nicki Minaj that year in 2015. If we get to 2017, this is when everything would change for Meek Mill. Meek was looking up to 4 years in prison for violating his probation. Now, a lot of the rap scene, big names in the rap game would come through like Jay-Z and say that it was like the criminal justice system was stalking black people. Even Diddy, who, you know, he's good friends with Jay-Z, he was speaking with Meek Mill in prison, saying that Meek Mill was in good spirits while he was speaking to him. Meek Mill only served 5 months and he was released in April of 2018. So after he was released from prison, we got an album from Meek Mill in 2018, and this is probably my favorite Meek Mill album, Championships. And this was the last good Meek Mill album. After this album, Meek Mill would start linking up with the billionaires like Jay-Z and Diddy.
And ain't nothing else to us. Black excellence.
He was having a good time with those billionaires. And here's where you tarnish your legacy. I want to go back to that Reddit post talking about, do y'all still bump Meek Mill? Someone would say, I'll only keep a couple songs for the gym. But yeah, I stopped bumping him out loud when I saw the video of him hopping for a billionaire. Now, Meek Mill, the guy from the streets, the guy that you saw battle rap, and the guy that was hungry, do you expect him to be doing this for Michael Rubin?
Why are you doing bunny hops, Meek? Because you got your ass beat in tennis. You got your ass beat. Keep going. Count out loud. Count out loud.
30.
Can't, huh?
6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 41, 42.
He's trying to embarrass that man, but that wasn't the day that tarnished Meek Mill's legacy forever. But that was just the baby steps into the door of him selling his soul to Diddy. We all know why Diddy's sitting in prison right now, some very serious stuff. But what if I told you Meek Mill was one of his close guy friends, close guy friend? What if we went on a deeper level and said Diddy turned Meek Mill out?
I'm on the mic trying to rap to my dad. What's the move? What's the move? It's your birthday, nigga.
Like, I don't care how close me and my friends are, I'm not calling them daddy, and they're not calling me daddy. And there's a video of Diddy calling Meek daddy. I just showed you Meek calling Diddy daddy. What the fuck?
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. You putting in that work.
The signs were already there, but February 28th, 2024 would be the day that tarnished Meek Mill's career forever. All the news about the freak-offs and what Diddy was doing was already speculating. He wasn't going to prison yet. He didn't get arrested, but it was becoming a big story. Of course, he's sitting in prison now, and the story's huge, but if we go back to February 28th, 2024, some court docs had leaked. And here's the actual document from the case, and you can see it number 92 here. And just so you guys know, when I mentioned Mr. Jones, this is Mr. Jones here on the left talking to Diddy. He was in the music industry, and Diddy promised him Grammys, stuff like that, was showing him homosexual porn from a guy named Stevie J who's in the music industry. He was on video doing gay stuff to let him know that it's normal in the music industry to do that, and he wanted to do it with this guy here, Mr. Jones, and Mr. Jones was the one who was suing Diddy for all of this. So Mr. Jones would say to the police that Mr. Combs informed Mr. Jones that he had engaged in intercourse with rapper Redacted and R&B singer Redacted and Stevie J. Well, who was the rapper who was redacted in that statement? He is a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. Well, that leaves us with one option, Meek Mill.
Daddy.
I'm on the mic trying to rap to my dad.
Yes, Meek Mill and Diddy indeed did have sex with each other, and they were trying to hide it for years until it came out that day, February 28, 2024, and it exposed what really goes on in the music industry. Then you had Meek Mill coming out trying to defend himself, saying, I'm from Philly, I don't do coke or freaky ass Molly, nobody won't even offer me coke because I'm that heavy. No man or what would ever approach me about gay activity, and the whole place don't get flipped. Woke up seeing this on every blog like they know I'm coming, LOL. Well, Diddy knew you were coming, and when he called you daddy, you didn't flip the whole place out, and you called him daddy too, and nothing happened. Meek Mill even came out around a year ago saying that the rumors of him and Diddy being gay are sick, and that it's leaving his son confused about his dad's sexuality. Someone would reply to that article on Reddit saying the diddler got another one.
Did you go to Diddy parties?
They don't invite no like me at Diddy parties. My homeboys will rob that. Put your up and raise your hand and drop your money in your wallet in his basket.
Meek Mill sold his soul to Diddy, and it tarnished his career for good. And considering what Diddy's sitting in prison for right now, we know that this is 100% true that this happened between him and Meek Mill, bro. It's just crazy to think about.